We are back after one long intermission. Hopefully to stay this time. Looks like everything is up and running. We are here for the one of the big last things. Just so you guys didn't miss what I did off screen. As my internet lost and I didn't realize for about another 20 minutes after. We ranked the rest of the JJK characters. This is the tier list. I'm not going to go into full thing for all of it. The C tier are the characters I like. B tier are the characters I really like. A, I'm like, these are my goats, and these are my motherfucking goats. These are the goats. This is D tier is like, I don't really like these guys. F is like, fuck these guys. I have an active dislike for these characters. Then we also did JJK arcs, I'm pretty sure. That one was on screen. I also did my hero arcs. That was the last thing I did. I was basically just kind of gassing up how good early My Hero is. That kind of mid-section between 2 to 3 and a little bit into 4 is just like peak shonen. The Quirk Apprehension, Stars and Stripes, and the UA Trader arc are just piss. The Renewal Course arc, the Endeavor Agency, the Provisional License, and the Joint Training are like pretty good arcs. I like them. The entrance exams, like the first arc, is a great introduction. The final exams with Deku and Bakugo versus All Might. The pro heroes with Endeavor versus the Big Nomu. The UA School Festival and the Dark Hero arc are good arcs. I think these ones are partially held up by really good fight scenes and like character stuff, while entrance exams is held up by just being a really good support for the entire series. We get to the A arcs. These are like the best of the best. The USJ, the Battle Trial, the Battle Trial, the first Deku versus Bakugo arc, the versus UA Hero, the Final War, the UA. Where does Deku and Bakugo? Battle Trial? Maybe it's Battle Trial? Provisional Hero License should have been way up here. Whatever. The Shie Hasaikai arc is great. Paranormal Liberation Front. These are banger arcs. These up here are the best of the best and are what makes My Hero. The training arc, the Hideout Raid, the UA Sports Festival, and the Meta Liberation. These are the best, and the villain arc is still the best arc. And straight up, the best arc in my opinion. I don't think anything will ever truly top it. We are going to be getting to ranking every My Hero character. I have a few vigilantes, but for the most part, it's just my base My Hero. I don't think I want to start with Deku. I think we have to save Deku for like later. Bakugo is plus ultra. He's the best. Todoroki's A. Uraraka is B. Is B. Tenya is C. 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 I got a lot of class 1A. It's just going to be B and C. B. C. E tier. E. B tier. A, B, B, A, B, 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 A. Bomb. D, who cares? Invisible Girl, D, who fucking cares, dog? I'm not gonna be fully organizing these like I did with JJK, just because, like, there's just so many. Tape Guy, like, D, who cares, dog? Hey, fuck you, you get him deported to D. Anime voice, who cares, dog? Tail Guy, okay. Like, these characters are the characters that just didn't get anything. These guys at least got something. This guy's cool. B tier. C tier. C. Let's see. D. No, she's hot. At least. She's cool. Who cares? Who fucking cares, dog? Like, D is just really for characters that I just have a slightly more leaning towards negative opinion of. A lot of these guys are like, who cares, dog? Ponysley's cool. I like the fact that she speaks in English in the Japanese dub. Just English sub. I think that's really cool. You guys have to pee. Shinzo's an A. B. Literally who? Is this the girl that's introduced in the last chapter? Fuck you! Miria's A. B. A. B. A. Riku's mom is a C. The dad is like a F tier character. Fuck you. Literally don't know who you are. Let me get to the movie guys I see here. Yeah, these are all the movie guys. Is that from hentai? There's no way she canonically makes that face, right? What's Melissa Shield, right? I think she's B. These two are also all B. I think all the movie characters are B tier. Like, I think they're good. Literally who? Literally who? Fucking hentai girl. Literally who? Miss Joke is like a D tier. Actually, I'll at least give Miss Joke C. All for One's F. Fuck All for One. I'm sorry. Like, when he comes back for the 9,000th time, I fucking hate him. The Dr. C, he's cool though. Shigaraki plus Ultra. Toga plus top of plus Ultra. Dobby is A. Twice is A. Spinner is C. Twice B. Does he die? I think he just gets captured. Oh, Kurogiri, he's like C. Oh, him? He's like B. No, he's just C. I remember them. Gigantomachia is cool, so I'm actually giving him a B. The random hookup guy, he's cool. Actually, he's a home dog. He's a B. This trans girl is actually pretty cool while she lasts. Moonfish doesn't do anything. Mustard gets at least a cool fight. Muscular is B. In the anime, in the manga, like a B. In the anime, this guy's like a fucking D tier. He actually pisses me off. The anime just cut off all of his character. How far are we? We actually make good progress. They're like a D. Actually, fuck them. She's cool. No idea who you are. They have at least a cool power. Fuck you. First one for all users, like a C. Actually, I'll put him a B. Second one, fuck this guy! So much build-up and there's nothing. Remember when we all thought he was like time-traveled Bakugo? Or like Bakugo, like ancestor, and there's just no plot twist with it. Like, the reason he looks like Bakugo is no fucking reason. There isn't one. Everyone else is like C. Actually, fuck this guy. All these other guys are C tier, though. He gets B. All Might. Motherfucking All Might. Motherfucking All Might's A tier, dude. At plus Ultra tier. I think we're up here with Deku. He's also plus Ultra. Better than All Might, though. Endeavor's A. Hawks is A. Aizawa's is A. President Mike's C. She's like D. Miss Lady. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Fuck him. He's so lame. Guy like dies to make Deku's heart. Ryu's fucking A. Back comes B. Dragon Lady's C. It was C. C. Gran Torino's C. Does Gran Torino fucking die? Actually, he's actually cool. He's A. He's B. Stars and Stripes. The character is cool. I like the arc around her shit. All these other guys are like C, 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 C. They're cool enough. The fucking Lock. I don't care. Crossed. He at least has a cool moment where he dies for Aizawa. Who's this? Flame Girl. She's actually like a C tier. I like her. Wash. Fuck Wash. Fuck this guy too. Literally who? Unless it really is the girl that can take her body parts off. Who cares? Who cares? Literally who? Let's see. Let's see. He's cool at least. Ectoplasm is a cool power. Hound, I don't care. Like most of these guys, I just don't give a shit. A fucking high noon. This guy. He could have ended the series, couldn't he? Fuck this guy. He could have ended the series early. If he took the shot at Shigaraki. She's cool. Actually, she's cool. I'll give her a D. Let's see. Oh, this is the blood guy. He's cool. Oh, we're into some of the other classmen. This guy's like, this guy's like B. The fucking meatball is like C. Cammy's like B. Stains A, obviously. Overhaul is A, obviously. The punch guy is cool, he's C. This guy's A. Yeah, she's only B. B. Like, who cares? Literally, who cares? I don't even know who the fuck this is. I don't even know who the fuck these are. The villain 9 from the movie. He's, again, movie character B. This character is less interesting. He's only C. This is the guy from the movie, right? No, it's not. I guess from a new movie I haven't seen. This is the dad, right? Like, literally, who cares? The police guy is at least like a B. The Todoroki siblings are gonna all get C, I think. Actually, this guy's D. Ida brother is like C. Like, who the fuck are you? I think this is the mom, actually. D. No fucking random big gigantic girl. And then we get to my goats! My goats! My goats! Alright. I want to organize Plus Ultra in A, but I don't think they care that much about B and C. I think this is a fair tier for Plus Ultra, honestly. At the bottom. I like all these characters, honestly, I don't care. I think that's fair. Alright, J characters. JoJo characters next. Johnson's okay. I'm actually gonna put Iro below. Oh shit. D. V. I want to give Iro below. Gonna be F. Gonna be above. Gonna be pink. This is the goat.
What is it, goober?
I don't know. I just said if you want to give your input on JoJo characters while I'm doing it.
JoJo characters: Joseph Joestar Young, S tier.
Oh, that's part 2. Joseph Joestar. He'll.
Goat.
I'm putting him in F.
No,
he's not my goat. He's not my goat. He's not a goat. He's okay.
The goat.
He's not the goat. He's not the goat.
He's the JoJo that broke the JoJo curse of dying really young. He is the goat.
He's S.
Zeppeli, A tier.
I can believe that. Erina, don't care.
Erina, put her with her husband. Come on, bro.
Fine.
Alright. Can we just do the main characters really
I got a lot.
Alright, main characters.
George.
Caesar, B tier.
Caesar B. I can fuck with that.
Because he got buried under a rock. Von Stroheim, the goat.
He's not goat. He's going.
He's a Nazi. He's the goat.
The goats are my number 1 favorite.
Alright, Dio, part 1 Dio, S tier, higher than Joseph.
Part 1 Dio is like.
No, he's better than Joseph.
I'll put him below Joseph. I like Joseph.
He's sassy. He's fucking cocky.
No, I can fuck with that. I can fuck with that dig.
Smokey Brown, higher than part 1 Dio. Because he's black. Dude, he becomes a politician. He becomes Obama.
Okay, we're going to part 3 main characters.
Jotaro, low A tier, below Stroheim.
I can fuck with that.
Kakyoin, below.
Old Joseph is like right there.
I'd argue he's with Caesar.
I can fuck with that.
Because he's wearing the amulet that Caesar had, or whatever.
Don't care. Fuck them all. Iggy at least can be C.
I was gonna say.
Also, Calculine's like C.
Okay, so Part 3 Dio, B tier. I fucking hate Part 3 Dio.
What? Part 3 Dio is awesome. He's cool. I'd say he's better than he's here. Actually, I can fuck with that.
I don't like Part 3 Dio because of the dub. Because instead of saying useless like he does in Part 1 dub, he just says, in English, Muda.
That's weird. All the no ones.
So, my favorite stand...
Also, while we're here, I'm just gonna go whole horse and like A.
Yeah.
He gets his own spinoff. Alright, we're gonna go through the Part 3 cast. Josuke.
Yeah.
I like him more than Jojo. Jojo's actually going down. Because I like him more than Dio, but less his old Joseph, honestly. Josuke is gonna go above Whole Horse, above Strohong, old Willem.
Also, why isn't Speedwagon in GOAT tier? Speedwagon.
Listen, Speedwagon is Speedwagon.
Speedwagon's best
Listen,
girl.
for the memes.
Jacob, Speedwagon, best girl. Come on. Come on, you fucking bitch.
Okay.
Alright. Put Danny in GOAT tier. First dog.
Who's Danny?
The dog.
They have the Danny in here. I'm putting him in Fugo tier.
No, you gotta make a new tier at the top. Danny tier, and that's just the dog tier.
Okuyasu's like A. He's also A. He's up there with his boy.
And then
Koichi's like C.
I'd put him in D tier. He's fucking annoying.
I'm putting him below Dio. I like him. He's so annoying, but he comes better. What do you feel about Rohan?
Rohan, probably my least favorite Part 4 character.
Wow, a lot of people hate Rohan.
He's just a creep.
He's my favorite Part 9 antagonist.
Is he actually the Part 9 antagonist?
Do you not know Rohan's on Part 9?
No, I haven't fucking read Part 7, 8, or 9, Jacob.
Yeah, he's the first antagonist of Part 9.
Oh, okay. Well, we're talking Part 4.
They have to break into his house. That's how Part 9 begins.
Alright, so scroll down.
1 sec.
Put Giorno in, like, higher than Koichi.
I like Giorno.
Jolene is, like...
At least I don't have to lie and
than
say
her
that
dad.
I don't like Giorno. I'll put Giorno here.
Jolene is higher than her dad, personally.
Jolene.
Higher than her dad.
Higher than both her dad. I like her more than him. I like her more. I like her more than Josuke. Do I?
I can agree with that.
Do I? Top of A. Not quite S, but top of A.
She's a D-Gen. She's amazing.
Bruno Bucciarati is
S tier.
S tier. Okay, we're in agreement there.
Green Baby. Fucking put that motherfucker in Fugo tier.
Fugo tier. I like other characters being in Fugo tier.
F and then there's Fugo. Also, why is Danny in Fugo tier again?
I don't know. He's an E.
He's with the dog.
I like him more than Avdol.
Let's see. What other characters do I actually care about that I know about? Johnny Joestar. I don't know.
Diavolo.
Because of his voice actor, he gets B tier. 35 there.
I'd say I like him more than Part 5 Dio. Oh, right here. That's cool. Actually, more than Part 3 Dio.
I rate this guy fucking S tier because he makes pasta.
He's pretty awesome. I'm gonna put him like A.
Alright, let's see. Okay, can we go to like...
Vinegar Doppio? Vinegar is his real first name.
Yes.
Also, he's my goat. I love him.
Alright, so can we go to Part 3 again? Or Part 2?
Yeah, sure.
Where is Wamu? Put
Here,
that
actually-
motherfucker in high S tier.
Okay, 1 sec. Don't care. I got Polnareff and Calculate mixed up. Don't care. Actually, I really don't care. Don't care. But
Jacob, Bruford.
Bruford can go.
Bluford, Jacob.
Bluford can go up. Bruford
Okay,
can go up.
but Dyer, you fell for it, fool. Thundercross split attack. Goated meme. Put that motherfucker in at least C tier.
I at least give him C. Dario Brando F.
He's better than the Green Baby.
Tattoo E.
I don't even remember that motherfucker, and I read the manga.
Poco's sister, Jack the Ripper, Adams. Who the fuck? Baby Part 1 Elizabeth. Fugo tier. Alright, now we're on the Part 2.
Lisa, A A tier.
Luis Lisa, actually, I could fucks with Luis Lisa in A tier. Robert E.O. Speedwagon. Old.
Gilf. Put him
Gilf?
next to other Speedwagon wherever he is. They're both gonna fuck Bruno, Jesus. I look how Duncan is
Hey
just
dog,
above.
what's up? What's up, dog? He's just speaking out. Who's the fuck this guy F?
That was one of the trainers. I think that was the guy who died, or was
Wop
it
wop. I don't care. Arena Joestars. Let's see. Old Arena is a G.
A tier? A tier.
Actually, I'll put her B. I like her.
I'd argue she's better than old Joseph.
I don't like them more than Giorno. I don't
Okay,
like them.
so move Giorno. Actually, this is your list, but I would put Erina above like these guys because she's a sassy bitch and she threatens to beat up Joseph because
I think she's cool. And I think she's better than her part one interpretation, but not that good. Susie Q is so whatever, dog.
Susie Q reminds me of the fucking snack.
Cars is fun.
Cars is A tier.
Cars, I don't know A. I don't like it much such Dio Volo or Part 3 Dio.
Also, I thought you said you were gonna skip this part.
What?
Like this whole.
I said I'm skipping Part 3 part. I'm doing the parts. Essie Desi C. Wamu.
Okay, so I don't know if you ever had these. They're called Susie Q's.
Did you show me the snacks, Susie
Dude,
Q?
they're so fucking good. Jacob, you have a devil dog, right?
Yeah.
They're just a thicker devil dog. Look at these fucking things, Jacob.
Who the fuck is Mark?
That was the guy who got split in half by the Pillar Men. Who was like the best Nazi of them all.
Mario Zabelli?
That's,
Mario! I'm always giving him D for the name. George Joestar the second. A fucking again? He's stuck on here again?
No, that's the second. That's Jonathan's son, Joseph's
Alright, now
dad.
Holly. Holly's like D. And don't care. Susie Q, Joestar. I'm just putting her. Actually, fuck you. I don't care. E.
Okay. Goated character. Go up.
One sec. I'm gonna get the other pro tags one here. Johnny.
A tier.
Johnny's
He's
A.
crippled.
Johnny is.
He'd be S tier.
I
but
like.
he's crippled.
I haven't seen them all. So from what I've seen, he goes up here with the others. I feel like at the end, I might like him more than these two, but
Have you
so far
not-
I haven't seen enough.
Oh, have you not read the rest of Part 7?
No, not yet. Gyro is like a better character. He's S. Gyro's gonna go up here.
He's not even your goat? What the hell?
No, I like Diego a lot.
Lucy Steele. Oh, also just put Foo Fighters in, like, high S
Also,
tier.
I'll put Mountain Tim in somewhere around here. Yeah, I like him like B.
Put Foo Fighters in, like, high S.
Yeah. She might be my goat.
I'd put her above...
I might have.
I'd put her above Bruno, but not below Speedwagon. Mainly because the reference is kind of goated. Anyway, that's all I care enough to input.
Okay.
Also, here's more cheese. Here's cheese bread. You know the stuff you got last time?
You don't want it?
No, we didn't want it.
Hell yeah. Alright, back to the Grime. Rossio, don't care. And Yaga the Hag is like, C, she's okay. Vanilla Ice is like B. Don't care. Darby is like an A tier antagonist. No, he's B. He's B. I need to start being more careful because like I'm moving all these guys up to A. So he's just gonna move back down to B. He's C. Mirai's D. Go ahead, Miss Joestar. Piss, ma'am. Fuck the baby. Who fucking cares about the stupid baby? I don't know who fuck these people are. JoJo Kujo Part 4. I think it's better than JoJo Kujo Part 5. Hayato? Why the fuck is Hayato first? Hayato's like C. Actually B. I really like Hayato. Raimi's cool, I guess. Shigechi. Real ass old Joseph is like B. I love the alien. He's awesome. She's like C. This is when I start like putting most characters at C, I'd say. Shuzuki Zosar is actually really cool. I like the idea of that. Looks like Kagekira's S. Yoshino Kira, he's like C. Was that Tama the Black Cat? It's Tama the Cat. Oh, that's cool. I can be B tier. Keijo Nijimura, my goat. Kira, same thing. I think this is the guy from like the first fucking episode. Fuck that. Ken's like F. Is this the guy that feels some fear? He's kind of weird. That's the guy from the back. Buggy and not buggy in. I literally don't care. Literally who, dog? Bakio is A. Let's see. Not above Joestar though. I think I like Narancia. Trish is like her bottom. Jumpier, Polnareff. Polnareff C, then I'll put this guy B. Coco Jumbo the Turtle, C. Particulio, who fucking cares? Oh my god, we sell so much. Actually, we don't have that more. We don't have that much more. After this, I have to do every one of my Pokemon teams, every D&D character. And we're on to the big main events of the night. And we're going to finish that up with Smash Bros. Squallow. Ooh, fucking Squallow. Once I kind of get into this part, I kind of want to pay a little more attention. Squallow, I'm gonna put him in E because I don't remember him. Triazio? Also, you didn't put an E if I can't fucking remember you. Carne? Is that the fishing hook guy? Oh, it's the guy with the invincible super strong stand that could beat Goku. He's deep. Fuck him. Chocolata! Chocolata's like a B. Along with Seko. Popo is C. Don't care. Don't care. Risotto Nero is A. Actually, is he A? Yeah, he's A. I like him more than Trish. I like him more than Guido. I like him more than... I don't like him quite as much as Narancha. Pesky's going to D. I think I'm going to C. I'm actually being a little mean, I think. I think I'm being a little mean. I think I like more of these catches than I think I do. Like, Oingo and Boingo can at least go C. Steely there can go C. Yeah, I can go C. Yeah, I was being a little mean. Kakui can go C too. Fuck Muhammad Abdul, though. Forniagio is the guy that can shrink things. He's a D tier character. Prosciutto. Malone's interesting. Gyacho is like a B tier villain, actually. At least is a really dope fight. I don't remember who you are, so you're going into D tier for now. Koichi part. He's like below. Jotaro Kujo Part 5. What, dog? No, fuck you, F tier. You're not even in the show. Leaky Eye Luca, fuck you. Silbert and Gelato, they're gay, and I kind of like them, so they're a C. Hermes is A. I like them more than Trish. Emporio's B. Jotaro Part 6, on the other hand, is better than Jotaro Part 3, and I think even rivals Jotaro Part 4. Nanancia is high B, I'll say. Yeah. Emporio here. Early season under Mountain Tim. Under Arena, under Vanilla Ice. Yeah, that's fair. Got a whole horse, too. Weather report can go A. No way they got Irene and Anna kissing here. Fuck you. Go in F tier. Gwess. Gwess is E tier. Fuck Gwess. Fuck Gwess F tier. Enrico Pucci is a pretty good villain. He's a pretty good villain. I don't like him as much as Diavolo. Actually, I don't think I like Dio Brando that much. I don't like him as much as Joseph or any of these guys, maybe. Maybe a little bit under them. Donatello versus. He's cool, I guess. Raquel. This guy with things that fly around him. He has a cool fight. Angelo. Fuck Angelo. F tier. Johnny Allier. Something something. John Gallier. B. C. Cool fight. Sports Max. Am I getting Sports Max mixed up with Donatello? No, Sports Max is the guy that tries to back up Poogie, so you can also go up there too. That's fine. They have a really cool fight. I actually think this is a really cool fight. Thunder McQueen's F. She's a really cool stand. Lang. Kanzo's is weird. Guccio. D and G. Part 6 Dio is like worse than Part 3 Dio. Romeo Giso. Oh, fuck Romeo. F tier, yeah. Perry Pucci. Perla Pucci. Yeah, the sweet sister. Okay. Alright, we're pretty much done because I only know a few of these guys. I probably want to only go down to like here. So like so far Lucy Steele is C. Steven Steele is C. Hot Pants. I don't even think I've seen Hot Pants. Poco Loco is B tier. Sandman is A, B tier. I've also seen this guy who's like a D tier villain. Oh, Dr. Fordinand's the dinosaur one. Yeah, they have a cool stand. They can go and see. Alright, that is the end of JoJo. This was the longest one yet. But we are not done, I just realized. We still have all of Part 9 to rank. Jodio Joestar goes up in goats. He's my favorite Joestar. Actually, to rank goats, Doppio, Jodio, Diego's the least goated goat. Dragona's S. Usagi is S. This guy is A. The cat size is C. Sandman, or this is Charming Man, not Sandman. Charming Man's B. She was okay, but she's getting put in like C tier. He wasn't around long enough, but I feel like he could have been better, but he's only C. Again, he hasn't done much, but I feel like he could be a higher villain. This is the woman. She's actually Big Mom. She's like B. The Mob, D. And these three new villains we don't know much about, so I don't know what about them here. This is the true ending of the JoJo tier list. I probably could have moved a lot of characters up if I really had the time or want. And I think I'll do a more in-depth JoJo look next year once I've finished Part 8. Yeah, I think that's a fair tier list. Either every Pokemon team or every D&D character. I think it's Pokemon team time. Alright, tier list maker. Ew. Make my own template. Single use. Would give it the year Pokemon teams. This one is Sea Glass Emerald. Alright. So this is every Pokemon team I have ever made. So, S tiers are like the goats of the goats. A, B, B, C, T, D. C is going to kind of be average, but I don't think I have any D or even D Pokemon teams. C is probably a Pokemon team I don't care much about. D and Pokemon teams I think actually came out bad, but I don't think I have literally any Pokemon team that came out bad here. Sea Glass Emerald is like B tier. I think it's cool, but it could have been better. This was Pokemon Shield number 2, where I ran Cinderace, fucking Cursula, fucking the Lightning Dog, Ice-Cube. I think this is a C tier. I think this is a B tier team. I like this team a lot. This is the Black Taglock, which I think was a very funny team. This was a C tier team, probably bottom. Actually, this might be a D tier team. Let's see. This is my base Scarlet and Violet, which is pretty good. This was a funny team, my Ultra Sun Ultra Moon team, where I used Primarina, Chestnut, Metapod, Ultra Necrozma, Naganadel. This is like an S tier team, honestly. This is Pokemon Crystal, which I played for the first time this year, where I had Feraligatr, Crobat, Heracross, Jinx, Umbreon, and Raikou. I think this was a good team for a bad game. I'm gonna put him here, though. Pokemon Rocket Edition, where I used Fearow, Slowbro, Persian, Magmar, Marowak, and Raichu, but I had to keep switching around. I had to keep using unknowns. I actually don't think I liked this team all that much. I'll say D tier. Pokemon Rebooted. So I used, which is a kind of ROM hack of Pokemon Fire Red, which just replaces all the sprites with new sprites, which I used Charizard, Victory Bell, Golem, Machamp, Vaporeon, and Dodrio. I think this is a cool team, but it's going at the top of... It's going right here, below Crystal. This was OG White 2, which I used Superior, Electivire, Conkeldurr, Chandelure, Seismitoad, Braviary. I think that's a good wombo of Pokemon right there. I think that's a good little setup of Pokemon right there. I have a lot of nostalgia with this team. I'm probably going to keep it an A. Again, Pokemon Sun, also an A, where I used Decidueye, Toucannon, Beware, Vikavolt, Alolan Dugtrio, and Alolan Golem. Pokemon Shield 1, I think is going to go over here in the tops A. Where I used Rillaboom, Dracovish, Corviknight, Galarian Stunfisk, Galarian Rapidash, and Centiskorch. Then Pokemon White 2. This was Pokemon Black 2, I replayed it a few years ago. Emboar, Zoroark, Magnezone, Swoobat, Sandslash, and Cofagrigus. I think this is just a solid team. I really love that team. Pokemon X, classic team, S tier team. My Charizard X, Hydreigon, Gothitelle, Poliwrath, Quagsire, and Mega Gengar. That was one of the first teams I used as a kid. I love that team so much. My Let's Go Eevee team, where I used Partner Eevee, Mega Blastoise, Meltan, Rhyhorn, Alolan, Ninetales, and Raichu. This one's gonna go down to C tier. I couldn't evolve Meltan. Having a Rhyperior was kind of cool, and a Raichu was fun, but just not having a fully evolved team and kind of some mid Pokemon kind of held it back. BDSP is going in like B. This game sucks, but I love this team. Torterra, Toxicroak, Jirachi, Manaphy, Kricketune, and Houndoom is a very fun team. I really like this team. This is another A tier team, where I played Pokemon White 2 with only a Snivy, not Superior, just Snivy, Ampharos, Beartic, Ryu Nicholas, and Braviary. That's such a wild team. I love that team. This is my OG Pokemon Black team, where I use Samurott, Crocodile, Vanillux, Darmanitan, Stoutland, and Electros. That's like a solid B tier. I like that team. This is the the Indigo Disc, where I used Ogerpon, Dodrio, Dugong, Electros. Is that 7 Pokemon? Oh, no, I didn't use Electros. Okay. Alolan Muck, Shiny Escadrille, and Galvantula. That team's only going to go down probably C. This was Reunion. It's probably a C tier team. Reunion's a fan game where you play as Red, but I wanted to build a new team up from the ground up. For the most part, I was two is Pokemon Pikachu and Charizard. My other team members were Swampert, Mewtwo, Lurantis, and Dragonite. This is my team from Pokemon Diamond, staying down there probably. I used Empoleon, Dialga, Ambipom, Luxray, Golem, and Spiritomb. Oh, Sonic Mon's going up in S. Darmanitan, Volibee. This one's probably staying down tier D. Because this is my Pokemon White Nuzlocke, where I use Darmanitan, not Volibee, Mandibuzz, Selgor, Caracosta, Garbodor, and Conkeldurr. This was my most recent Pokemon Moon playthrough where I did a sun kind of, what is it, sun-based beach team, a beach kind of water themed team with some beach themed Pokemon where I used Premium, Alolan Raichu, Pelipper, a Golisopod, Palossand, and Ash Greninja, A-tier team. This is also another BC tier team. Where this is my ghost team, where I used a Halloween themed team, where I used Delphox, Sableye, Mega Gengar, Gourgeist, Aegislash, and Jellicent. This is Pokemon Brown, which again C tier, where I had Blastoise, Noivern, Magmortar, Porygon Z, Pidgeot, and Donphan. This is the Teal Mask, where I used Leavanny, Sinistcha, Como, Hisuian Arcanine, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, and fuck, what's that last team member? Is that Poliwrath? I think it's Poliwrath. Probably B tier. I think that's a solid B tier team. Fuck, dude, some of these are so pixelated, I cannot fucking tell. This site sucks. Can I zoom in? That helps a little. Legends is a B tier team with Hisuian, Samurott, Kleavor, Sneasler, Infernape, Hisuian, Goodra, and Driplim. This team's also B tier. This is my Scarlet team where I have Skeledirge, Shiny Dondozo, Cloth, Cyclizar, Ogerpon, and Great Tusk. This is my Virtual Console Red team, which is a B tier team, where I have Charizard, Omastar, Pidgeot, Nidoking, Vileplume, and Dugtrio. This is my Platinum team, where I pulled 6 cards out of a deck of cards, a deck of Pokemon cards, and I just went with those 6 Pokemon. I'm surprised all the type diversity I got, because I had Blaziken, Walrein, Politoed, Shiftry, Espeon, and Rampardos. This team was like D tier straight up, honestly. Not bottom D tier, though. This was my Pokemon Shield replay through, I played through the game right before Scarlet and Violet dropped. Kind of my last Gen 8 run where I had Cinderace, Calyrex, Urshifu, Zamazenta, Aggron, and Sceptile. This is like a weird team, but I liked it. And this was my Pokemon... This was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet backwards. Pokemon Violet backwards. Where I tried to play the gyms in reverse order. Where I had Lycanroc, Hydrapple, Iron Tusk, Slacking, Hisuian Braviary, and Lucario. Let's see, B tier. And Cobblemon is C tier. I like it, but it's not finished. I have Hisuian Sneasel, Hisuian Voltorb, Galarian Meowth. That's a Hisuian Dartrix. Is that Teddy Ursa? It's my shiny Growlithe. And I think Teddy Ursa. Yeah, I think it's a fair ranking for this team. Alright, that's our Pokemon team, and we are going down to the wire now as we are getting to every D&D character. Alright, this one's going to take a second. we're probably gonna do. Where's my campaigns? All my dead characters. The retired legends. Just my retired characters in general. Not my friends. DMPCs, campaigns. All the DMPCs I've used. These are the Platinum Guard. All the Persona DNPCs. All my one-shot characters. I'm gonna skip NPCs. I'm gonna skip my friends. Put the buckle up here. We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go get some water and then we're gonna walk in. Ah! That water had ice in it. My napkin's got that away. I'm gonna go grab my napkin. Whew. Alright, we're going to start off with a not D&D character. This is Roska, my character from Baldur's Gate 3. I love her, A tier. I'm actually going to keep Amber down here with the rest of these guys. Nails another A. So as you see here, I have the entire Omori cast. So I had a bit where I played, I think it was Basil, then Omori, then him. No, him. D characters retired, dead. Yeah, because these are in alphabetical. I played rip-off versions of the Omori cast because this campaign was very hard, and I just kept dying. Also, this is my roommate's character. I texted him to say what tier should I put him in. He said B. That's fair. He was a druid healer who killed people for fun. Kind of weird. But these 5, I kept having a bit where they kept dying because it was a very hard campaign. So I just kept making different characters for Momori. Lavender died in the first session, but they at least got to die saving someone. So there could at least be. This character got to die before I even got to do anything, honestly. Miguel. So their names were. This was Lavender, then Miguel, then Hikiko, and then Miguel. Miguel was fun. Miguel was really fun. I went with Radiant Soul and flavored all of the ranged key attacks as like basketballs and soccer balls. That was very fun. Henry was pretty fun. Bard. There was C though. Amber I haven't got to use yet, so I'm actually just not going to rate Amber. This character, because now we are out there, we are still going through my dead characters. Retired dead characters. This is Vanessa, who was my... They're like the Monster Hunter class from Pathfinder. This is a Pathfinder character. But Vanessa was like B. They died to getting multiple crit fail death saves in a row, which sucked. I'll also talk about Poppy, who was my second character. They almost died, but they were the sole survivor after we had a full party wipe. So, and I just used their turn to run away from the fight. They were fun. They were not as good as Vanessa. I did throw my cat into a demon portal and let them die. That was pretty fucked up. Rin's S. Rin's top of A. Rin's S. Rindin was my paladin goblin. I had the lifter feat so they could pick up big, heavy objects. So they could lift a greatsword. And they just ran around smiting things. They had an awesome character. They had the one-shot. They were from a few different one-shots. I played them multiple times until ending in a level 20 one-shot. I played them as this very good character, this very lawful good to the utmost max. And I also remember at the end of one of the one-shots, they're like, thank you for beating the Demon Lord. And everyone was like, and they were like, here, take this money as payment. And it was like, no need. I think the real reward was the friends that we made along the way. Like, that was such a fun character. And everybody was like, no, we want the money, no, give us the money. That was fun. Going still through, these are the retired characters. The retired legends, that's one of Rin. We have Zozu. Zozu was a Yuan-Ti. This was their other design. They were a Yuan-Ti wizard who was they were a scholar. They ended up taking a level in Warlock after getting possessed by a demon early on. It was very fun. It was a multi-shot. It was 12 one-shots. So every one-shot we played, we'd take another level or two in between, ending at level like 16 or something. It was super great. I loved my wizard Zosu. I don't need both Zosu skins here though. Because we drank a wild magic potion and one of the effects just turned her blue, so she became blue. She was A. I think better than Nail. Nail's my other little wizard bird, my little wizard raven. I liked them. Actually, I think I liked them more than Raska. And this was Tommy. This was Tommy, my sneaky friend. Top of C. I liked it. This was Gale, top of B. They are from the. They were from my Strixhaven campaign that I played in that eventually ended up I have to leave, but I still kind of consider them a legend because they still made it to like level 8 or 9, and they still made it to like the beginning of almost the end of the third year actually. Yeah, I had to drop out right before then. They were a paladin who had come to the school looking for a wizard that had killed their family, but ended up eventually, they were a paladin of vengeance, but ended up making lots of friends and becoming a better person. They started as more Sasuke edgy character, but became a very open, kind person by the end. They had sex with a bird, I think. No, they just held hands. They maybe kissed. They didn't have sex. They were great. They were a very fun paladin character to play as. Arasatra, I think it is, was my vampire druid. I played Waterdeep for like a session or two and just wasn't vibing with it because there's like 9 fucking people. So it just wasn't fucking fun anymore. It just wasn't, I wasn't having a good time. They're like B. Actually, they're like C. I liked them. I reused them as a DNPC for one session. One sec, while I'm here, let me make sure I do this. Honestly, I'm gonna put them at top of D. Ingrid is a barbarian character I played for... Oh shit, sorry. Fuck, no! Ingrid is my barbarian character I played for a barbarian, kind of Viking-themed D&D game I was in. It only ended up lasting till around level 3 or 4, because I ended up getting, it was just getting canceled. Not a lot of the players were enjoying it, which was fair. I thought it was okay, but it's whatever. I think she's C. I think I liked her more than Poppy, though, just because her playstyle was cooler. Who is this? This is... Kansei! This was from my Jujutsu Kaisen game. I was the DM of that game, but we did a one-shot, Jujutsu Kaisen 0 one-shot, where it was like a year before the campaign, and we played as the upperclassmen characters, and I let one of my players DM for the session while I focused on, I just got to play as a character. Kansei was cool, but I think I wasn't in the headspace that game, so I wasn't paying a lot of attention, so... I usually wasn't really locked in. It was a good one-shot. I just wasn't playing very good. And I think Kansei never ended up coming back. While the other one-shot characters ended up coming back. I liked them, but... I don't know. It never ended up really going anywhere. I'm gonna put them at, like... D tier top, because I just don't think I did a good job with them. Inuya, on the other hand, is like a solid A tier. I liked him. He was from my One Piece game, or the One Piece game I joined when my friends ran it. Ended up having to get shut down a few arcs in because a few of us ended up having to drop out because of weird player shit, which would have been fine, but the person who had to drop out was the captain of the crew, and that feels like that's much harder to completely rewrite around. Yeah. Inuya was kind of the brains of the crew. They were our navigator. Like, the captain was very, like, headstrong and focused on fighting. Inuya was more logical, down to like we just need to get the mission done. I think one of the best character moments for Inuya was we were doing a big head assault, just a frontal assault on a marine base. A few people were fighting up front while Inuya and one other party member were trying to go through the back and take a ship, because at this point in the campaign we didn't have a marine we just didn't have a ship, and we ended up running into someone, and I think they had this character, they had this like random girl like locked up who was innocent, and Inuya was about to walk away. And then they remembered the captain's words of telling them like to try and do the right thing, and he ended up turning around and fighting anyway, and getting himself caught and almost dying, but he did the right thing, and that was his biggest character moment for me. He was a artificer or whatever I think it was called like engineer, the artificer version from the One Piece game. I had a lot of fun with him. He was awesome. Levza, I think that's the name of this character, right? They were my tiefling bard from my first ever D&D game that I joined in as a player. I was so excited I even bought a flute to play. Or a recorder to play. I ended up really liking them. I had a whole backstory written, but they never made it to level 2. So, bottom of C. Now I get out of my characters. I get to the DMPC slots. I have a lot of DMPCs because I don't get to play party members. I don't get to play a lot, so I kind of use my DMPCs as like extra little party members to kind of help the party and for me to kind of express my creativity with certain ideas that maybe I wanted to fuck around with. This was a goblin witch, Erinae, a goblin witch from one of my first campaigns I did with my friends, and a witch was a homebrew subclass and a homebrew class, and so they focused on having like a support kind of like a guy they summoned. This was Teemo, their goblin, their not goblin, their giant frog. They focused on spell casting and attacking with their frog. But one time during a giant fight with a giant troll, was it? It was a giant oni. They got hit point blank with a cone of cold. Even if they made the save, they would have got knocked out. But if they didn't, they died, and they just straight up died from fall. It was very tragic. I liked her character a lot. I'd say she'd be not above Gale, above Debuncle. And Teemo's S. Teemo's awesome. December Holiday from the game Deltarune, who I used as a DMPC for one session. She used a baseball bat and was a satyr. C, like bottom C. Greg or Gregoria was a paladin of the Holy Church who temporarily joined our party as one of our players was a warlock who was the reincarnation of their god. One of my players was playing Jesus Christ, basically. Basically, one of my characters was Christian, and they played Jesus Christ. Like, their character was called Jesus. They were a warlock. And Gregoria was a paladin of the church who eventually became Jesus' disciple and fought by their side for a while. Their name was Gregoria, but we ended up just calling them Greg because I thought it was funny. They're like D. I don't care. Oh shit. This is Haru from our D&D, from the JJ. No, I dropped my dice. Fuck. Ah, shit, I dropped my ADHD dice. This is Haru from the JJK campaign. He had a fire-based technique. I based him off of Hades, Percy Jackson. I based him off Nico from Percy Jackson because I was reading about Percy Jackson at the time, and I just loved his character. I thought he was awesome. Uh, he has a fire-based technique, and he had a Cerberus as a Shikigami. Or no, it wasn't even a Shikigami. It was a cursed spirit that actively like followed and listened to him. It was like a Rika. And he had grown the little cursed spirit since he was a kid. He grew up in an orphanage with dead parents, and he was basically abused in the orphanage because they hated cursed users. Because cursed energy obviously had come out publicly after the end of the series, and the RJJK campaign took place after the end of the series. And they were kind of using him as like a research subject. He was like low A grade and could easily have like special grade potential. Or first grade, not A grade. First grade potential. He could have easily had special grade potential. He acted as the first boss early on, when our character's like level 2 or 3, and he had all sorts of stand fire attacks. He never got to use his domain because our players actually ended up talking him down. I need to stop fucking with this die. I'm gonna start dropping it. Oh, I just needed something to preoccupy my brain while I'm talking. But he joined the party, and I think he ended up dying at the end. I think one of the villains ended up invading the school and killing him, but he made one final stand against them off screen. And held off long enough to save some of the other first years. He really looked up to all of the main characters. He ended up making it really far in the tournament arc. He woke into his domain. His domain was cool. We basically would chain people to a giant pit and would pull them closer every 30 feet into an eventual door of Hades, which would instantly steal their soul and kill them. It was, oh man, he was so cool. He was such a fun character. Hera's like top of A. Here's S. Fuck S. Is this Isabel? Isabel. Okay, so Isabel was from my most recent D&D campaign, Aronis. It ended up getting canceled for personal reasons. But, during the first arc, where the Magic Knights exams, it was basically just a rip-off from the Hunter exams. She ended up failing in the final exams, because remember, the Hunter exams, only one person fails in the tournament arc. If you lose, you advance, and the last one standing is the one that fails. And she was the last one standing. She lost after... It was a whole bit where she just could never hit. She had +6, but just could never hit anyone's AC because she would always roll like 1s, 2s, and 3s. It was hilarious, but she ended up losing, and Isabel ended up she ended up coming and joining the party at a later date, because her father had turned into a werewolf and zombies had infected her town. They came through, and one of the last sessions of the game second to last session, was them going through and clearing out the town of zombies in like a Resident Evil type mission where we collected keys, and then going through the sewers and up to the graveyard, fighting her vampire dad, or her werewolf dad. But in the fight, they took each other down, like literally like awesome anime sequence. Her dad was weak to fire damage, so she pulled out a flamethrower and started killing him, and he just got like 3 crits and killed her, or a crit or 2 and killed her back. And our team barely won, and she died. But then they decided to bring her back as they pulled from the deck of many things that they had at that point, got the wish card, used their wish to bring her back to life, and she joined them permanently as a debt that she owed, as she felt that she owed them a debt, as they asked her to join her. And that was it. That was like the last session of the game, where we had one more session, but it was traveling. After that, getting to the place we ended. Bam. She's like A. I think I like her here. I like Nail more. I like you more than Nail. I like Raska less than Inuya. I like her more than Nail. Next we got Nora Kamo from the Kamo clan from my Jujutsu Kaisen game. She's introduced as just kind of this kind of bratty, snooty girl who helped our characters get into the Kamo clan vault to get some special grade items before the bad guys. They ended up not making it, but she ended up helping. They almost ended up dying, but she came clutch. She had the Rivers of Blood, like from Elden Ring, as a cursed tool, as this like katana that she wielded. Because I thought like a blood katana was a really cool way to use blood manipulation from the Kamo clan. I really like when characters have the same ability, but they're different in that they use it the same way. It's one of the reasons I love Fire Force. So I had her use a blood katana. She was awesome. She ended up falling in love with one of the main characters, and he ended up dying in the last session. And her turn came immediately after his death turn. Freaked out, slashed her sword, landed a nat 20 black flash, and put the main villain into kill range for one of the PCs to land a 6th level spell and kill him. And it was awesome. Or I think it might have been an 8th or 7th level spell and kill him. And it was kind of like, it was one of the best moments. I think she's B tier, not maybe a little better than. A little better than Aaron, not as good as Gale, though. I'm put Gale in A tier, bottom A tier, though. Actually, I think I like Gale better than Nail. Nail's just kind of this treasure-hungry, crazy guy, and he ran head first into a giant pile of treasure that ended up being a mimic and just got swallowed whole, died in one turn. Kage Zenin had the 10 Shadows technique. I used a homebrew subclass of Warlock that had the 10 Shadows technique. It was very cool. I would check him out. What's his name? Is it DM's good? Actually, I can just check Patreon. Oh, shit. One sec. I am just doing this stream fixing real quick. We have a minute of downtime. Game Masters Domain. That's the name of the DM. That's the name of the guy. Check out the Game Masters Domain. They make awesome stuff. Kage's name was great. She ended up summoning Maharaga on a white dragon. She ended up living happily ever after. I think it ended up getting married to one of my NPCs who... They ended up living happily ever after. She had this whole character arc of being like a woman of the Zeni clan, and obviously ended up being like looked down upon because of it. And she had a lot to prove. She was very brooding, but she ended up opening up a lot as the campaign kept going on, because the NPC was this very like cheerful, hyperactive, like nice character, and she ended up just falling for him for his like nice personality and stuff as like they interacted. It really was like beautiful, like a beautiful character arc. I like her more than Nora, but it's close. This is Akari. She is a wild magic barbarian from the JJK campaign. She's cool. She didn't end up getting used for much of anything. Not she. They're non-binary. I forgot they're non-binary canonically. That's my bad. They're canonically non-binary. They were just a DMPC character I had just to kind of fill in one of the spots in the tournament arc, where they ended up having like a friendship form with one of the NPCs who was kind of a lonelier person who's going through like an evil arc at the time. And they helped him a lot during that time. Next we have Tarina. Tarina is from the Viking campaign, the same one Jesus Christ was from. They were a slave that was captured in a pillage that the party did. And they were kept as a slave, but they ended up breaking free because they kept rolling strength saves. When I just had them like what is it called? A commoner sheet. I kept rolling nat 20s, like multiple times. And then the Viking character who my friend was playing was like, I see you're strong, you should join my crew. And they kind of got Stockholm Syndrome into joining. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was really weird. But they ended up becoming the goat. They had like, they're part like werewolf and secretly, and they were a barbarian with claws. They were the fucking like beast mode barbarian. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head. They were awesome. They were great. I think it's really weird. I think they're just kind of like a worse Ingrid, I'm gonna be honest. I think I liked them less than December Holiday, but they're not D tier. Now we got Ogressa and Momotaro. So these are based off both the fairy tale of Momotaro and then the ogre that he went and killed, but also the Pokemon of Pecharunt and Ogerpon, who are always male and female. But in this story, they are siblings. They were brother and sister, and they acted as assassins for the JJK plot. He was like a vampire. He could just summon like the loyal 3 as like summons. He could make chains to kind of mind control people. He also did a lot of poison damage and stuff. And Ogressa was just a very strong ogre, but they had a mask swap ability as a bonus action that could swap between masks, which could do all sorts of different effects, like a fire one to add fire damage, a stone mask give them higher AC, a water mask gave them advantage on magic, saves against magic, and I forgot what the grass one did. I think it was just their base form. But Momotaro was cool. I like his character more than anything he actually did. I like his design more than anything he actually did. But honestly, for him, that's a lot. Ogressa not only was fun, but she ended up coming back and being an important NPC in the Aronis campaign, and having an unlikely friendship with one of the characters, despite being an assassin. I brought them back because they were introducing like the last arc of the JJK campaign, and I liked their character so much, and sad they didn't get used much, that I wanted to bring them back because I liked them. Ogressa's cool. I liked her more than Miguel, more than Lavender, not as much as Debuncle though. Tyson's S tier. This is Tyson. He was kind of, back when we only had 3 players, he was introduced as a cleric just to kind of help be the party's healer. They found him in session 0. We did like a mini session 0, just kind of get used to everything, and like a before the main story really starts, kind of just a little mini quest where the characters got to know each other. And they found him crying in the bathroom as like grade 4 cursed spirits were beating up on him, and he was the joke, that he was the laughing stock of the party. He could never do anything. He was useless. He was a shrine maiden. He had like a technique to make barriers and stuff and heal. He was the shrine maiden because he learned his stuff from his grandmother. And he wore those traditional, what's like shrine maiden outfits. Like this, but he had like the kind of dress part at the bottom, kind of like tucked into his like pants, but it was like poofing out a little bit because he didn't like it, and it was green. And he sucked, but as the campaign kept going, he'd lock in and he'd do something clutch. And then during the first grade sorcerer exams, I basically ripped off Freyren for that arc. Everyone was fighting their clones, and he ended up being the one to destroy the crystal, getting a crit to destroy the clone crystal, and they were like the GOAT. He was loved after that, and then they did it, and then after that started the Shibuya incident arc of our campaign, where he like got backstabbed by like a fucking Heavenly Restrictions character that like came up like that. He unlocked his domain, and then the characters turned back to congratulate him, and he had gotten stabbed in the back like Maki stabbing Sukuna. Like he got stabbed in the back like this, dude. It was like this. It was so sad, and that's how all the characters reacted. They were so mad because that's when they just started liking him, and they like everyone went from making fun of him to like, oh my god, he's actually goated because he unlocked his domain. And we had like a little flashback scene where it was like, you may be a coward, maybe weak, but you are one thing: the GOAT of domains, a prodigy of barriers, even better than Tengen and Kenjaku, a newfound prodigy of barrier techniques. And he died after that. During the first grade sorcerer exams, he ended up breaking the barrier so that the character with the water technique could control the rain that was happening, just like Freyren, who was awesome. He was such a cool character. I loved Tyson. I loved his character arc. I think he's top. It's been a bit that we've always brought Tyson back as a one. Like in every one shot, he'll come back. Inuya was Tyson. Inuya is Tyson. It's canon that all of our one shots take place, and all of our one shots and campaigns take place in the same multiverse in my friend group, and Inuya and Tyson are like variants of each other, and in every one shot and campaign we always have a character who is that universe's version of Tyson, and it's the best bit. He is awesome. He is like one of my favorite characters I've ever written. I love him so much, and I am so happy that I got to build up this character just to rip him out, because it was one of the best moments I've ever had with D&D, and I will never forget the reaction that my players had and the satisfaction I felt as a DM writing this. Javier's like fucking D. I don't even fucking care. So Javier, during the campaign where he had the deck of many things, a player pulled the card, got the level 4 fighter, shows up, and is now your ally. And that was it. He was only in for a session because that was the last session that player ended up showing up in. He was so whatever. Daphne! Oh shit, Daphne! Daphne is a very interesting character. So she was from my first, one of my first campaigns I ever ran, my Dark Souls campaign. And in every Dark Souls game, you have like the Dark Souls girl, the girl character in Dark Souls, like them, right? that level helps the party and levels up. And I knew my party was going to need some help, so I made this warlock tiefling named Daphne. Her legal maiden name that she does not use, she just goes by Daphne, is Dark Souls 3: The Fire Fades Edition, but they just call her Daphne for short. Dark Souls 3: The Fire Fades Edition trademark. That's her full legal name, but we all call her Daphne for short. She was a warlock. She sucked ass, but when the characters were trying to collect the shards of the Dark Souls. That was the plot. For most of the characters, it would hurt them. Fuck, I dropped my ADHD dice. For most of the characters, it would hurt them to touch the Dark Souls shard, and she was the only one that could touch it. So she would kind of be like the MacGuffin that the characters would kind of lead around. Early on, one of the characters betrays the party and kidnaps her. But during that part with the Paladin character, who was super racist, was with her, he ended up like forming this unlikely bond. He ended up forming this like unlikely bond with her, where he ended up learning that maybe they're not so different, and they formed this like kind of father and daughter relationship, and he ended up the Paladin character, like PC, ended up sacrificing his life to protect her at the end, and it was beautiful. It was, oh my god, I almost cried. It was an amazing scene. Like the BBG was going after her and stuff at the time, and the PC like stepped in, and I as the DM was like, if you try and fight this guy, you will fucking die. And he was like, if that's what it means, this is what I would do. This is what my character would do. I respect that, dog. Daphne's A. I think I'm gonna put them bottom. They're not as good as Haru, but I love them a lot. Akka is like C. I like them more than Torina and Leza. Poppy, Ingrid, not as much as Momo. They were a first year at Jujutsu High and acted as one of the lower classmen. They were one of the few that lived, but they were mostly just kind of there to kind of just be a filler character. They're alright. Next we get to the Platinum Guard. I don't even know if I want to rank these guys. I'm not going to rank them. They were basically at the top of the top. So like gold, like in my world I had created, there was like bronze member, like guild people who were like first to kind of third to fourth level PCs and characters, and then or adventurers, and then there was a silver rank, which was kind of like third to fourth, all the way up to like 5th to 6th to 7th, maybe 8th to 10th, and then 10 plus was gold ranked, but above them, the characters that were level 20 and below, the greatest, the greats, the ones that kind of protected the world with the platinum ranked, and they were the guild masters of the world. I liked them, but I never got to introduce any of them in our plot, really. The time that we had. Vaso was going to be the secret 6th member, as well as also the one that was evil, and he had a whole character. I was really excited for Vaso. These are my Persona D&D characters. I'm only going to rank the 3 that I got to introduce in the plot. The rest, I'm going to kind of give a brief campaign. We only ended up going a little bit into the second story arc, the second kingdom. That's what I called them, kingdoms. This one, DMPCs, Persona. This was Sally the Salamander. They acted as the main mascot. In the real world, where they were just this little silly salamander, they were the school pet, the class pet. And in the other world, they became a Dragonborn. Not Dragonborn. Are they called Dragonborns? The half dragons in D&D. They were a barbarian, and they wielded fire-based attacks. They kind of slashed at enemies. They were fun. They kind of acted more as just kind of like ooga booga big damage to help the party, and kind of be funny early on. They didn't really have much plot purpose. I think they were a C tier, above Akka, above Momo, above Henry, above Tommy. I think top of C tier is a fair place to put this character. This one was Evangeline. They were the first character our players had to help, and also acted the first protagonist. You see, in the the Persona D&D game that I had made, she was a cleric, and in this world, basically when you come over here, the world becomes like what you truly desire, like what you want. So she lived in this giant palace with her mother and father, the king and queen. She was the princess of this palace. I wanted to fit the theme of like the first palaces being actual castles, and this makes sense because it was D&D. She was like she'd lost her mother and father in the real world, and she wanted to stay here to live with this fake mother and father forever. They ended up being, I think, an Oni and a Medusa in the other world, and they were actually just the first big boss fight, and she was a cleric kind of healing them in the background, and they had to stop her early. And she could even charge up cones of cold as like a legendary action once in the battle. I think we called them Theurgies. We called the legendary actions Theurgies for fun. Wow, holy crap. I just completely turned my brain off. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. Wow, I'm sorry, my brain just completely turned off. She is a cleric who wanted to stay there. She ended up being the first boss. She ended up joining the party after. She also has the Navigator as her cleric. Cleric's sight allowed her to see the world around her and kind of scan out enemies for them. She was cool. I think I liked her. I think I liked her a little more than Sally. That was about it. And this was the last character. Adrian Guile was pretty much the same as Akari, because I reused them a little. I reused their stat sheet at the very least. They're both barbarians. Adrian was gonna be a fighter. Adrian is a non-binary person in the real world who grew up in the super conservative kind of shitty household up in the south side of town. She ended up getting did I say she? Fucking hell, I keep dropping my dice. They ended up they were born female. They ended up growing up on the bad side of town, getting beat up by kind of local thugs and gangs, and they never really could do much about it. So in the real world, they become this big giant just orc, being strong enough to stand up to the people that ever talked down about them, and now they're the ones in power, and they lead this gang in the other world, and they're just they were a fighter, I think. They were a fighter in this giant big half orc. I just like the non-binary half orc. I think they were cool, but I didn't get to execute really any of this, so I'm gonna put them below Sally because they were just introduced as the non-binary character. I might go over some of these characters at the end if I have time. These are the one-shot characters. They don't have as much to them, so we're going to start kind of lightning round through these guys, and then that'll probably be the end for this. And then after that, we're moving into the big boys. D&D characters, one-shots. First up, Averil was a ghost sorcerer who I used in a Grimdark campaign. They were so okay. Above Deaths. This was for the Marvel campaign. I used them in twice. I based them off Kashimo, and they had a trident like in Percy Jackson, because I was reading that at the time. Charge Shot. Charge Shot, or I don't remember what their canon name is. I think they were non-binary, or they were she, they. I don't really remember. I think we're going to try she pronouns, she, they pronouns, but she... probably above Ingrid, above Akka, above Momo, above Henry, below Tommy. No, above Tommy, above Adrian. Yeah, I think that's a fair place to put them. They were kind of wild and crazy, the bloodlusted trait. They were cool. Above is Karklara, who was a druid I used in one shot. They were a summer camp counselor, and we had to find out who was the evil murderer in the camp counselor. They were above Avril, below Momo, I'll say. This is Cloaksire, which was a dragon monk. They were cool, I guess. They punched things kind of good, I guess. They were probably below them. This was from the Power Rangers game. Desi. This was the non-binary character. This was the non-binary she-they character. They were the Black Ranger, and they were super gothic and edgy. I remember this. It was super goth and edgy, and when the bad like alien characters, because it was like a Power Rangers game, it was just from a one shot, came down. They go like, okay, but like, once you take over the world, what are your political plans? Like, what's your economic? Once you take over the world, what's your economic plans? You can't be worse than actual real world dictators, right? Like, they have an economic plan from you take over Earth and subjugate all humans. What are you gonna do about the Tunisian economic crisis? Just fucking hilarious. They threatened someone at knife point, that's like out of costume, like at their school. Oh, I loved them. They were B, probably above Nail. I loved Desi, right? They were really fun. I even said to DM, I was like, dude, I'm so down to run a few more games of this. I'm having such a good time. Korra. I think they were also gay for one of the aliens. I think they had one to have sex with one of the alien characters. This is Korra, who was a biblically accurate angel cleric. ASMR. They made them look like a biblically accurate angel. They looked like a horror behind your eyes. This is for a Christmas one shot. We had to save Santa Claus, and yeah, then I think the Doomslayer helped us at the end. They were okay, probably top of D. I didn't like them all that much. This was Dorari, which was a rogue elf I used in a one shot about snakes or something. They're like B tier, I'd say. Probably like them less than Des. Honestly, probably more than Des. I'm gonna save these characters for last to do together because they are involved together. They're the group. This was when I played. It's like a board game. This was fun. It was like it's a board game. There's no DM to it, and it's just kind of a role play game. I don't remember what it's called. It's called like Fall of Magic, I think. It's really fun. I liked her character. I liked the way she ended up turning out. She was awesome, honestly. They actually turned out really good for a character I kind of had to make up on the spot most of the time. I'm going to put it right here. Next we get to Kiazra. This was my Barbarian Lionin I played a few times. She was fun. I remember we got objectively just awesome magical items, but she was like, magic's for lame nerds, and so she threw the item away. And it was just like an objectively good magic item that would have helped her kit. It was fucking hilarious. I think, I remember, we were fighting these magic archers, and she just kept fucking dying. So our hero would heal her, she'd get back up, get shot, go back down, the healer would get back up, and I never got to fucking play the game. It was hilarious. Most people find that tilting, but I honestly found that hilarious. I like her more than Avril. This was James from a one-shot I created myself. He kind of acts as like a little fighter and a guide. Basically, like his village is being terrorized by a group, these group over here, and you have to go help him beat these guys up. It's pretty fun. I like James. He's a bard. He's a College of Eloquence bard. I remember. He was like a spear or something. I liked him. He's cool. Probably I like him less than December. Less than her. This is Jofina, who's a bard. I just used in one shot, and I wasn't really paying attention. Honestly, D. I like them less than Korra, Avril, Javier, probably Greg too. Actually, they had at least a cool power. This was from one of the first one-shots I ever played. This was Kin, who, as you can see, I just watched a YouTube tutorial. It was for a level 20 one-shot, so I used a Megami Fushiguro build, and it ended up sucking. It didn't work the way I wanted it to, but I still had a good enough time. He is gonna go kind of in top of D. Oh, this might be another S. Thorgrug. Thorgrug's S. S alert. Thorgrug was a cleric who is half-orc cleric who is like super... who like loved people and just wanted to be nice to everyone, but always ended up having to fight because they're fighting like goblins. And I remember she like used her hammer on the goblin and just fucking splattered it, and I just started freaking out and crying on the ground because I didn't mean to hurt you that hard. I was trying to go non-lethal, but she crit. She's so fun. We played a campaign, we played a one-shot where the whole point was just try and talk your way out of it, and she was so fun in that. She was the only one trying to talk her way out of it. None of the other people would get it, and they were all trying to start combat to the point where she was actually starting to fight against the party, to say like, hey, we're supposed to talk this down, we're not supposed to fight these guys. But the party was trying to be all confrontational and trying to kill them. She was fun. This is Nico, right? This was from Persona 3 Reload came out, and this is a Ranger Yukari. She was fun. She was a cool enough little build. Cool enough little build, you know? Fun enough. This is Twig. They are a Braixen. They're a Braixen Fire Cleric. Which is a homebrew by Games Master Domain, and they were for my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon one-shot. We played Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, where we basically just D&D, but we played like as the Pokemon, and we kind of homebrewed a lot of the types and stuff. It was fun. It was pretty cool. I actually liked them a lot. I would actually say they kind of scale. Maybe not above Tommy, maybe a little bit below Momo. Yeah, they were really cool. Actually, no, they got a clutch where they almost took out the Articuno that we fought at the Giant in the Mountain, where they got like a crit super effective fireball. It was awesome. This is Zia. Zia is a fucking level 20 character I built. I never ended up falling much in love with the 20 characters because I don't know what they will do. I built them to have high AC, but they ended up dying anyway. I didn't like them all that much, but I wouldn't B tier. Actually, I'll put them below kin, D below kin. Vodor is a bunny rogue and a one-shot. They were very funny. They ended up getting sexed up by a demon, turning against the party, I think. The demon had mind control. That was funny. I think I liked him a little bit less than Chloe. And this should be the last of the characters. This might be my least favorite. This was a little rogue tiefling I played for Starfinder, and it just didn't turn out that fun. Named Fen. I'll save you for later. And this one is a paladin, or the paladin equivalent. What is their name? Dia. Dia from, they were a satyr, and they were from the one, I think it was called, like, the thing made by Matt Mercer and Critical Role, the game they made. We played one shot of it, we didn't even finish, but I ended up liking them as a character a lot. I think they're a less funny Rindin, so I'd probably put them like above, below. There. That's a good pot. Now we get down to these guys. So Zachary, Carla, and Fitz. These three are just a group of bandits that took over a cave and have a monster in a cage and kind of release the monster into the town. And then the town pays them to get rid of the monster, which they just lock back up in the cage and kind of release back into the town whenever they need money. And kind of were like kind of bribing the town like that. They had to like they would go in and kind of have protection, and kind of pay for protection. The town paid them for protection. The Zachary was a wizard. He was a expelled noble drow elf. He was a pretty fun character overall. I liked him. I would actually say he's B tier. Carla was kind of this lonely orphan who was taken in by Zachary's family before his family was also outed as well. She was cute and all, and Fitz is like whatever. He's just kind of the cleric that also follows him. And these are kind of my friends. I don't know if I feel good ranking their characters. I ended up just copy and pasting them in anyway. I think this is good. Yeah, I'm just looking over this. I'm going to go take a quick 5, get some water, and then I think after this we are going into the last the big awards for the night. The game of the year. All right. Oh. and subscribe to this channel. Personally, I would want this. Alright, time for the Anime Awards. One tier above. We're gonna do anime first, and then we're gonna do manga. But they'll both be on this tier list. I just want to do them separately. It's Game of the Year. Wood Jojo Lands. It's Jojo Land and manga. That's manga, anime. I also have some shows in here that aren't anime that I just didn't watch enough non-anime shows to make a whole separate tier of them. Class, oh my god, Peak Fiction, S tier, oh my god. Smiling Friends, S tier. Total Drama, I already said was like a B earlier. That's the 2022 version. Castle in the Sky is like B. Part 6 is A tier. Young Sheldon is B tier. My Neighbor Totoro is B tier. Class of 09 anime is A tier. Angel Club's like C tier. JoJo Part 6 is C tier. Parkour Civilization S tier, obviously. Redonkulous Race B tier. Not why is JoJo Part 7 there? That's A tier. This is actually A tier. This is actually S tier. This is actually top of A. This is above that. This is actually below Trossville 9 anime. Parkour Civilization. Parkour Civilization goes below. Smiling Friend goes above. Part 5 can go here for now. Part 3 can go in like D tier. Pocket Tail is gonna go in E. Hell's Paradise can go in C. B tier. Castle in the Sky. Totoro. Sheldon is also worse. Redonkulous Race is worse than Young Sheldon though. The Rohan anime is worse than Angel Cop. Fair and Beyond Journey's End is S tier. All the way at the top. Worse than Smiling Friends, though. W11-4 was good, but it was very complicated, so I'm gonna put it like C, above Rohan, above Total Drama, and above there. Should I put it? I'll put it top. I'll put it a bit. Okay, put it top of B actually. I was shitting on it a little bit. And the best anime of the year, Frieren, obviously, it's not even close. I loved Part 5. I actually will put Part 5 above there, but after recent events, I don't know how I feel about Part 5 anymore. And now we're going to move on to manga. So, the Ruby and Sapphire arc is like a solid B tier so far, probably above these guys. Below Control because I'm not very far. The Amori manga is E tier, but above Pocket Tail. I'd say above Pocket Tail. Great Dragon C. My Hero Academia. Okay, fuck. We're gonna say My Hero and JJK for the end. Kaiji number 8 is B tier. That's above Young Sheldon. Maybe above Hell's Paradise. No, below Hell's Paradise. Soul Reaper is gonna be a C tier. Probably above Ruri Dragon. Bleach Care for Your Own World is gonna be a C tier. Below Windbreaker. Ichi the Witch is gonna be below Windbreaker. Base Dragon Ball, original Dragon Ball. I'm not finished with it yet, but once I finish with it, but from what I've seen, I'd say it's above this season of Total Drama. Honestly, it's Total Drama closer to D tier, comparatively to this stuff. This season of Dragon Ball is better. Better than No. Did I say this season? Just the classic OG. It's better than Rohan, though. JoJo Alliance is peak manga. That's me saying peak manga right above there. Kagurabachi is S tier. Bug Parkour Simulator, Part 6. It's manga of the year. This show is like D tier. That's Jianshi X. Mama Yu Yu also ended this year, which is D tier. Above that, above Total Drama. Freyr in the manga is like C tier. Maybe above Rohan and probably above Dragon Ball, and above Can't Fear World. And part 7 is top of A tier only because I haven't finished it yet. Now we get the JJK and My Hero, which are both S tiers. They're going to be top of S, but they're not going to be anime or manga of the year because they have so many flaws. But I just love them so much, and I don't think I could, like... I don't think I could give them a different score, you know? Like, personally. Like, I think I've just been through so much with those shows that, like, putting them anything below S tier... JoJo Lands is getting booted down to A, along with Josuke and Bug Part 4. Parker Civilization is staying up in S, I think. Yeah, I think JoJo Lands is just too early, along with Part 7, because I'm only about 30 chapters in. Ooh, those help way more. For now, we are done. These are animes of the year. As near now, anime and mangas of the year. We are now going into the category of the night. Game of the year. I have played a lot of games this year. And I can say it is going to be a tough composition. It's going to be steep competition for Game of the Year. Portrait. Oh, this helps. No crap helps more. Marvel Rivals. Starting off with a classic. I'm also going to put a row below. Doing E tier. And a row above S tier. Go. Marvel Rivals is going to be a solid B. I think it's good. I think it has a long way to go. Tarkov is E. Fuck that. And Death Note is a C. Black Ops 6 is going to be a solid B. I guess, again, long way to go. D tier for this game. Also E here. Phasmo is C. Lethal Company is going to be an A tier. Slay the Spire is S tier. Helldivers is like B, below Marvel Rivals, above Black Ops 6. Palworld is going to be a C tier, above Death Note. And JoJo's is going to be a C tier, below Phasmo. Buckshot Roulette is going to be a C tier, above these two. And I don't think I played enough of Devil May Cry to really give it a fair ranking. Extreme Alpha Sapphire Randomizer Nuzlocke. I finally officially played that game as the demo had been released to the public. Alpha Sapphire Extreme is like a B tier, below Marvel Rivals. My criteria is just how much fun I had to play in the game. By the way, South Park: The Fractured, South Park: The Stick of Truth. I'm gonna say it's an A tier game. Hades is an S tier game. Pokemon Star is like a C tier game. Black Ops 1 is B tier, below 6, I'd say, but that's when we played a little bit of it. Plants vs. Zombie 2, it's about time. I played a lot of PvZ2 this year, and I'd say it's above Stars. Pokemon Star is a fan-made ROM hack of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon that kind of acts as like a definitive version of the game. It's pretty good. I would recommend playing it, but it is very difficult. It's above Judge, above Phasma, above that. No, yes. Copemon is D tier, it's not very good. Rocket Edition while I'm at it is an A tier game, above Lethal Company. Rocket Edition. Yokai Watch 1 Remake is a D tier, but it's above Copemon. Yokai Watch 1 Remake just suffers from being on a game console wasn't made for. It's a good game, but just being on a game console is not made for. Five Nights 1. Five Nights 2. Five Nights 2 is a D. I'm gonna say a B tier game. Right here. Five Nights 1 is like D tier. Resident Evil 2 is obviously S tier. While I'm at it, Resident Evil. Did I not go up Resident Evil 7? There's Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 7 is A tier. And Resident Evil, this is like a C tier. Emerald Sea Glass is an A tier. While I'm at it, I'm going to organize these. Resident Evil 2 is the best one I played because I'm not finished with 4 yet. 4 is below Hades at this moment, and Slay the Spire is at the bottom of S tier. Sea Glass Emerald is going to go Stick of Truth. Resident Evil 7, Sea Glass Emerald goes above that. And Lethal Company's bottom of A. Five Nights 3 is like D tier. I fucking hated that game. It was so bad. Five Nights 1 is still better. Persona 3 Preload is going to be an A tier game at the top of A tier because I'm only a few hours into it. Well, it had the most playtime on Steam this year is because I left it on for like 3 days straight. Baldur's Gate 3 is an S tier. Very obviously. This is the game I got into it, and even though I have not played a lot of it, even though I'm only about halfway through Chapter 2, so I'm like halfway through the game as a total, I do fucking love it. I do think it's an amazing video game. I think I like it more than Slay the Spire, and more than when I played Resident Evil, and more of Hades, but I'm going to put it at the top of S tier, but I do think Resident Evil 4 can give it a run for its money next year. Undertale Yellow is an S tier game, above Slay the Spire, above Resident Evil 4 I've played so far, and right below Hades, I'd say. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I haven't played much of it. I'm going to put it above Extreme Randomizer. Actually, I'm going to put it, if it runs really slow, so probably above Phase 2. Did I play Phase 2? FNAF 2. Pokemon Crystal is like a big D tier game. So I'm better than Copemon and FNAF. I'm going to say it's new top D tier. Actually, I think Yokai Watch 1 remake is better. P5T. P5T is C tier, I'd say. I haven't finished it yet. I need to go back and finish it. It's probably better than these guys, I'd say. Class of 09. Worst Class of 09 game, but still a Class of 09 game. So I'd say it's better than Phasmo, better than Death Note, better than PvZ. Not as good as Buckshot Roulette. Pokemon Reunion, D tier. Better than Crystal, better, probably top of D. It just has a lot of problems being too hard to, like, feasibly feel like I can beat it fairly. TS Underswap. TS Underswap is good. I think quality of life wise better than Undertale Yellow, but still in development. So I'm gonna put it at top of B tier, but I could go higher in the next coming years to see how it goes. Pokemon Platinum, we already talked about it earlier. This is the first year I ever played Platinum and Crystal because I've never played those games. It is not as good as Argent Zeal 7, not as good as Rocket Edition, not as good as Lethal Company, not as good as Extreme Randomizer, Alpha Sapphire. Better than XD Gale of Darkness, not as good as Black Ops 1. Pokemon Brown. I'm going to say stop at C tier game. This was the 20th anniversary. I never played this classic ROM hack. It was pretty good. Helltakers. Worse than Class of 09 Flipside, I'd say. Better than Class of 09 Flipside. Not as good as Buckshot Roulette. Omori Revere is going to be B tier. Probably at the same class, I'd say, of TS Underswap. Not as good as Marvel Rivals. Not as fun as Past. Better than Passer. Astrobot is Game of the Year. Astrobot's Game of the Year. Duh. Splatoon 3 is great. I got a lot of fun of it with my now ex, but yeah, I feel like I'm gonna cry as I said that, but it's fine. I honestly had a lot of fun, but I'm gonna put it right above Class 09 Flipside. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Helldivers 2. Probably above Helldivers. I'm gonna put it above Helldivers. Paper Mario, I actually haven't played enough of it. I probably shouldn't have put it on here. Omori is the best game I played, maybe ever, only rivaling Persona. Yeah, I think that's it. I might skip out the craziest Hear Me Outs this year. And the Cheerless doesn't sound that fun right now. I mean, how long was the stream? Is it 2.5 hours? It is 2.5 hours. I streamed this. I've been streaming for 5 hours. Jesus. Or 6. Probably closer to 6 hours. I think we're going to end this off with the final tier list. The tier list. is time for the tier list. This will be the last tier list of the night. This should be all of them. First, the total drama seasons. C tier, I should have been able to see them all. I didn't. I have, which I have not. All the JJK seasons. S tier. I think I did peak on this. B tier on all the Pokemon teams. S tier on all the Pokemon games, as I have the definitive correct take on all this. What is that? My Hero Arcs is an A tier. My Hero Arcs is an A tier. Fast Foods was a D tier. Anime of the Year was A. D&D was S tier, I'd say above the JJK arcs. JJK characters was A tier, above the My Hero arcs. The Pokemon teams is here twice for some reason. D&D characters is also here twice. All of My Hero Academia characters were probably top at B tier, I'd say. And we here twice. All the total drama characters were C tier. Game of the Year is top of S. I can't even fucking see that. What is that? Well, that's every JoJo character. Since I wasn't able to rank them all, and I definitely did bad, that's going to be the worst one at the top and the B. Download image. This is going to be the end of the live stream of my 6-hour stream. This was an event.